Hey, what's up? This is Odolena from Odolena Digital. Welcome to my channel. Every Sunday I post a different video about online marketing. I'm super interested in pay-per-click advertising, Google Ads, Facebook ads. I am a Google employee, however, everything that's basically said in this channel is completely my opinion. I used to be a PPC manager, so I know everything from my own experience, and this is what I'm sharing to you every Sunday. I also have some other videos. You can check out my book reviews, my course reviews, and subscribe to this channel if you like it. Today I'm going to talk about Facebook advertising. I had a look quickly on YouTube and I can see that there are a lot of videos that say Facebook 2019 advertising, these are the ultimate tips. However, when I check the content, a lot of the people are talking bullshit. Basically they're just sharing the same over tips from previous years, which used to work really great in 2016 when Facebook's advertising exploded and suddenly everybody was talking about it. But now things are changing, especially after some events that were happening, and I'm gonna talk you through like what's happening right now with Facebook and where the opportunities lie. So stay with me. So first of all, just let's talk a little bit about the background of what's happening today with Facebook, where it stands. It's because it's quite different from where it was when people first started talking about advertising. So first of all, Facebook's core audience is declining. So this means the people who are actually using the Facebook, like the blue Facebook audience, is declining. First of all, it's older population, and second of all, it's a lot of people that are kind of deleting their profiles, or they're not using them as actively as before. Therefore, engagements level are dropping, and it's just not the same party anymore. The reasons for this is, of course, there was the Cambridge Analytica story where Facebook was accused and found guilty that they were basically sharing user data with the company that didn't have very good intentions. Basically, they were using these data to target people, to influence their political view. So after that, everybody was super concerned about their privacy suddenly, like all companies. It was not only affected on Facebook, but also on Google, on all the different online platforms started really taking privacy much more seriously. Especially with the laws, with the GDPR, the European Commission looking very strictly in privacy. This is becoming like a very important part of the life of any online company. So with Facebook, this affected their audiences. So some audiences that used to be available a couple of years ago, they are no longer available. I remember in the beginning, actually, you could target people by their income, by their ethnicity, by their race. You can still do by political view in the United States and by income in the United States, but many of the other audiences they used to be a couple of years ago are now gone. And what's the main problem is that Facebook's basically declining audiences on the feed where the most ads were happening and the most conversions were taking place. This is affecting the competition. And plus, on the other side, you have so many more advertisers coming and paying now for ads. So this increased the competition, so there is less audience, there's restrictions on privacy, and a lot of concerns from people. So eventually this results into much higher competition for CPM. So in Facebook you always pay cost per impression, with small exceptions, but 90% of the time it's CPM. So another thing you have to know about is how they measure viewability. You can check my other video where I'm comparing Facebook and Google ads on display. So you will find out that actually Facebook measures viewability in a very different, unique way. Basically, they measure pretty much everything that has been like on your screen, even if it was just 1 pixel for 1 second. They will mention this as a view. And since you are charged per view, per impression, CPM, this means that they will attribute basically value on everything that has been scrolled by. So in many cases you might see that you have a lot of conversions in Facebook, but essentially they might be also result from other things that you're doing online. So you can check my other video in order to learn about this. On the other side, why is still Facebook so important, Facebook advertising? Well, because of Instagram. Instagram has been the kind of the driving force of Facebook growth over the years now. It has really tremendously engaged audience. It's still growing. It's very, very powerful. There are new formats there, and it seems very promising. So just to give you a perspective, on Instagram, video watch time increased 80% year over year in 2017. In 2018, last summer, they launched Instagram TV, which is kind of their video, purely video platform. There is Facebook Watch, where you have video content, and there is Instagram TV. It's still not clear how Instagram TV is going to be monetized, what kind of ads are going to run there, and what the pricing models would be. But it's a very interesting area, and I definitely recommend you to post organic content on Instagram TV, as it's a very, very new opened kind of blue ocean area. Then stories on Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. There are 500 million stories that are consumed per day on these platforms. So what are they good for? This is very good for brand awareness. And advertising is also available there, but however, it's not going to be the same advertising that you would expect from the typical news feed Facebook ads, as it's more of a brand awareness type of behavior, people just tapping and exploring things. It's great for discovering products, for finding out the offer, kind of creating perspective or intent about the product. But still, it's not a massive lead generator or a sales platform. It's more of kind of upper funnel activities, as we can imagine. And what works very well still on Facebook. So Facebook is still great, actually. I mean, I don't want to lie about that. Facebook advertising is still something really, really powerful, and it's still something where you can create a lot of impact, get a lot of leads, and generate. However, there are some dynamics happening, and you have to understand how to use them at your side. So there are some ad formats on Facebook which you have, and they are very native. They are very typical for that platform, and they still have very good results. So one of them is lead forms. So this is when you basically tap on an ad, and what you see is a form that's pre-filled. You have your email, your phone, your information that you log in with Facebook, and you can just say, okay, yes, send me your free book or whatever, your trial, whatever kind of hook you have over there, and you can get a lead like that, like immediately. Which is really awesome. However, you just have to be careful that you don't flood your pipe with a lot of crap, because it's just way too easy. It's like 2 taps. You open the app, you click the button, and you're a lead already. Then you have collection ads. So collection ads are kind of a newer format. So this is again available in the feed in Instagram and Facebook news feed. Basically, you can have a video or a creative, and under this you can have a list of products. So you basically create a product feed with different products that you have, like an e-commerce, and basically you can explore everything that's in the video. So once you tap on these products, you will be moved to the landing page that you have. It's going to be on your property, not on Instagram or Facebook. But this is really great for exploration, again, developing awareness and shopping experience. So especially for e-commerces, it's a great way to showcase their products and to create awareness and desire for them. Still, I wouldn't say that it's like a super low funnel type of transaction. It could be, but I would say lead forms are much more kind of like the lowest funnel that you can get, like really action oriented. And then you have carousel. So these were from the beginning. So these were these really cute ads where you have one image and then you can slide to the next and to the next. And what's really cool is that each of these images can have a different landing page, so they can all have a different CTA, which is taking the users to a different landing page. So you can basically have like several different offers, or you can have several different products under each of the titles. So these are very kind of creating a lot of engagement, so people kind of want to explore what's happening, what's on the next slide, and you can create even like a little story with the different slides. So these are really cool. Then when it comes to audiences, lookalikes. So when in 2016 Facebook suddenly became like the platform to advertise, suddenly like it just came out of nowhere and everybody started talking about their ads. Lookalikes became also like a very, very big topic. So these are basically audiences created based on your data. So as a user, as we see, there's a lot of concerns now with privacy, with third-party data. I'll create a video especially on third-party data. I think that's a really important topic. But bear with me. When it comes to first user, that means like the leads that you're generating on your website, the phone calls that you're getting, the forms submitted, basically the website visitors. So these are all first-party data. So this is what you have. This is not Facebook's data, this is not Google's data. These are your customers. So basically you can use this data and generate a list of exactly the same people, but different. So they have the same online behavior, the same kind of interest, the same kind of background and demographic background maybe. And Facebook uses their own algorithm how to calculate this and how to generate this. But basically these are lists of completely new people based on your data. So you can create one from your lead formats, you can create one from your website visitors, from your, email list that you have, you can just upload it. You can create it from people who have been, let's say, in your shop and you know how much they've paid. So that's really cool. You can put like how much they have paid, like what's the value behind each of them, and they will generate an audience only based on your most valuable customers. So these are really powerful and really great ways to target people and to be very smart with your advertising, especially when it's becoming more and more competitive. So this is all from me. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you like this channel, please subscribe, share it, like it, comment if you agree, if you disagree, if you can find something more that worked really well for you, please share it in the comments. I'll be back with a new video next week, and yeah, thank you so much.